Hello guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. Today we're going to be working on our bedroom. This isn't like a massive makeover, but it's a really good refresh, and it's really good to see you can just switch out a few things and make a really big impact. So if you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button and let's get started in today's video. So step one, we're gonna clear out. So any of the pieces we're not gonna need or I need to move to get out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and clear all those items out just so we can make room. As much as I've loved this fireplace in here, I moved it in here just at like the end of Christmas, and I just loved having the stockings on it, and we had a tree in the corner. But I was filming and working on my 1-year update video that you guys saw, and when I saw this fireplace in our guest bedroom, it was just made for it. Like, it fits so much better in there, it looks so much better in there, it like brings the whole room together. Like, I kept redoing that room because I could not figure out what I was missing. I was missing the fireplace. So if you're curious about the fireplace, I've had that since our very first house, even before you guys knew me on YouTube. No one ever saw that house. It was white back then, and it's been in every single house. It's had a lot of like mini little DIY projects with it, but we have loved that thing. So it's just staying with us. I cannot seem to get rid of it. So we're gonna put it back here in the guest bedroom. So the bench worked really well. Don't get me wrong, it was nice, it was airy, you could put stuff underneath it, but this room was calling for the fireplace, so I'm so glad to have it back in here. I do want to mention that today's video is sponsored by the Home Depot. I'm going to talk about them a little bit later, but I have some really good finds that I want to share with you. And here's how it looks. It just looks so good in here. Like, I love it. I love that we got it in here without messing up the wood. Typically when we're moving it, it falls out and it takes me forever to rearrange it back, but it made it, it survived. So now that room's done. That was just like a quick little domino effect from what's going on in our bedroom. So now I'm gonna get this area cleaned so we can start working on this space now. Now, as I'm getting everything cleaned up, I do, again, want to thank the Home Depot for sponsoring today's video. So they have really amazing decor pieces. So I've been talking about them a lot here on my channel. I have a lot of pieces in my home that's from the Home Depot. Like, when I do home tours, you guys are always shocked the items and products that I have. They have amazing quality at amazing prices. They have a wide assortment of styles, of things you want and need, but it's very like high-end looking, and I think we forget that they carry it, or you may not even know. But here's the kicker, is it's online. So their home decor is online. So if you like walk into your local store, you're not gonna have it. You have to shop online. So I'm gonna leave their link for you down below in my description box, but they actually have a sale coming up. So it's the perfect time right now if you're needing to refresh your home for the summer. But June 20th through July 10th, you're gonna get up to like 35% off select furniture, mattresses, decor. So definitely don't forget to check them out. Okay, so what we're doing is marking the center of the wall and the center of this so we know exactly where to hang it. We just had these like arrow sticky notes. I use them on my calendar every single day. And so then all we have to do is line up the 2 sticky notes, and then we have to figure out the height, but that's just gonna save us on making sure it's centered. Now, I will say the TV can shift left or right if we need to, and it doesn't have to be exact because this door's always open, but we're gonna try to get it as close as possible. Since I moved out the fireplace into the guest bedroom, I was needing a new TV stand and I wanted to go with something completely different. I didn't need a dresser in here because we already have that in our closet. So I wanted something very open and airy, and I found it on the Home Depot. Just wait, once we have this hung, you're gonna die how amazing it looks in this space. We're also using the bench just to visually see where it needs to go, so we're not just standing there holding it. So obviously that won't be there, and it is gonna have to go higher, but it's hard to like stand there and get it lined up with one person holding it. So we just kind of makeshift what we need to, but I think it's gonna be cool once we get that hung higher. Also, keep in mind when you're buying from the Home Depot, I feel like they're just a trusted brand. You know them, you don't have to worry about it. I feel like it just makes it easy. Plus, they have free shipping over $45 and super flexible return. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to stress about it. I know it's online, but they make it so easy for you. Okay, so we're just throwing decor on it. That's obviously not how it's gonna stay, but I'm trying to figure out the gap of like how tall of pieces I'm gonna put there, or is it gonna be short pieces? You're gonna have to get it right before you hang it. I know I don't want like huge pieces on this, so I definitely don't need to come down. I'm just making sure I don't need to come up. I'm just trying to make sure it's gonna make sense once it's hung, because right now like we have this under there, but that won't be there. So I don't want you to walk in and think, oh wow, that's too high, but I also don't want you to think it's too low. And then I also don't want you to come in and be like, wow, it's just randomly floating in the middle of the wall and there's two weird gaps. So I feel like with this, we're just trying to get it right. So mess around with it before you hang something, put your decor on it, do whatever you're gonna do just to visually get an idea. Okay, so I do want to thank the Home Depot for sponsoring today's video. I'm going to have their links down below. Don't forget to shop the red, white, and blue event where you can get up to 35% off select furniture, mattresses, and decor. Just remember all that home decor is online. So I'm going to have that link down below. And don't click off yet because I'm going to be showing you some of that decor later on once we get to the decorating stage, because I think you're going to be shocked what I found there. Since this piece is being hung on the wall, we're just being very careful. It's one of those things you want to measure twice and hang once. We definitely don't want to get it hung and it not be in the right spot or it not be level. So we're just taking our time to make sure we're getting it right. I know it doesn't look like much yet, but I am hoping you guys are going to stay till the end because it's just amazing what the end product looks like. And just keep in mind, when you're doing DIY projects, they don't have to be crazy. I think we see these like DIY home projects and we think of like HGTV and all this crazy stuff, which you can do, but sometimes a home project's just like rearranging a few pieces and making it feel new again, or grabbing a can of paint or spray paint and making it refreshed, or you know, more your style or in your color. Sometimes it's just switching out a TV stand and adding a few other touches to make the space feel new again. So when you're thinking DIY, don't think it has to take like a whole weekend or a whole month. It could just be a few minutes every day of just working on your space. I'd rather you do a little than none. So if something seems too big, just work on it a few steps and then eventually get it done versus just like not working on it at all. Chase was able to get everything where it needed to be. Like we have the screws in the wall and the system it's going to hang on. But as he was drilling things, a lot of the dust was coming down. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this again. And then we're going to get that TV stand hung and move on to the next thing. And would this be a Till Vacuum home project video if my boys didn't make the video? There they are. They're always supervising. I feel like they got a little bit lazy on the job, but they were still there managing us. I will say when we went to hang this, it took a few tries. First, I thought it was me. Like I couldn't get it to latch on. And so you're going to see here in a second, we trade places. But it turns out this wall isn't flush. So you guys know we've only been here about a year. And I guess like a board in there must have like warped over the first year. And so the wall was not flush. So it took a little bit of just like adjusting. We just like loosened one side and tightened the other. We were able to get it, but just so you could tell why we keep like hanging up the same piece. It took a little bit of work. I feel like that's what DIY projects are all about. You've got to experience at least one of those, and then we were able to finish everything else up.
Just open your mind and open the front door.
Okay, and here is how it looks hung up on the wall. It's not done yet. We definitely need to accessorize and finish decorating this space. So I'm gonna decorate it a few different ways and then you can decide. I know how I want it, that's the way I left it. But I kept like bringing the bench in and out. We also ordered new chairs from the Home Depot. So you guys know I love the Home Depot's chairs. I actually already own a set and they were in my living room, and then I moved them into another space, and actually during this video I moved them back. I didn't show it, but now I have their chairs in my living room, and I also have them here in our bedroom. So I couldn't decide if I wanted them in front of our bed or just one of them over here in the corner. So I'm gonna decorate it this way, and then you're gonna see me decorate it the other way, and then you can tell me, do like one chair or two.
Just the right time.
I think adding these baskets underneath were perfect. It helps it ground it a little bit, but I love that the TV stand's floating. Our room feels so much bigger now. It's not taking up all this floor space. It's easier to clean. I'm in love with it. I'm also in love with these chairs and the shape of them. I decided to leave them here in front of our bed because we're actually using them a lot. Like we'll come in here and watch a show or like answer comments on our phone, and we have a place to sit without like sitting on our bed. Plus I feel like you can see the back of a chair because they're really cool, like the back of them. So if you have a space where you see the back of a chair, like at a dining table or in a living room where you like walk into the back of it, they are stunning. I'm also gonna move our tree in, but I got these really cool, I don't know if you wanna call them orbs or balls, but it's a set of 3 from the Home Depot. I have used them everywhere. Like I want tons of them. So they looked really good on the nightstand. You're gonna see me decorate with them over on the TV stand and one other place. I just couldn't like pick the best spot, but everywhere I put them, they looked amazing. Also, something to keep in mind, they look like they'd be really heavy. Like they look like they're concrete, but they're not. So if you have like a shelf or something and you're worried about weighing it down, they're not heavy like that. So they're really easy to decorate with. And then I also got these, I don't know what you want to call them, but they're like pillars. They come in all different sizes. I grabbed 2 of them. I felt like it was just a perfect, like, I don't know, more like a piece of art. So it's like decor, but I feel like it's art too. I just think it's stunning. And I felt like it was gonna look really good on this TV stand.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby.
I will say once you have these positioned, they don't move at all. They have one side that's a little bit flatter so it won't roll, but it was taking me just a little bit to find it. But once I would find it, they are there. Like where I ended up with them, they have not budged at all, so you don't have to worry about them like rolling off. Now if you have like little kids or toddlers, you may want to put them like on a higher shelf, but right here's where they ended up. I know it seems funny right by our bed in between these 2 chairs, but it looks so good when you walk in, and I love seeing them laying in bed. So once I got them situated, they have been there and they haven't budged at all.
You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top.
When I'm decorating, I like to know my options. So I'm one of those, I'm gonna try it in several different places before I decide. Otherwise, I'm gonna be laying in bed thinking I should have tried it there, I should have tried it here. So I just try it everywhere and then decide what's best. So if you have a piece and you're like, I love it, but I don't know where it should go, just try it a few places, because once you set it down, you may be like, oh, it doesn't look right there. I thought it would look better, or it doesn't fit, and it looks better here. Like I never would have thought they would have ended up on the table in between the chairs, but it looks stunning.
You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with
Okay guys, look how this space is turning out. We are not finished yet, but I just wanted to show you like a few little projects, and this space looks and feels so different, so much better. I feel like it's even a different vibe. The black fireplace was very harsh, it was very large, it was very traditional, and I feel like this just being like very white and airy, I don't know, it's got a really cool vibe to it. I think it's so much better and fits like this space better. But once again, I wanted to give you an update and just show you George living his best life outside while we were inside working. Just so we're on the same page, the TV stand, and then all the decor on the stand, the 2 chairs, and then like the concrete looking balls are all from the Home Depot. Like, can you guys even process that? Like, that's how amazing their home decor line is. So don't forget to check it out online. Like I said, I have it linked down below in my description box. Okay, I absolutely love how this turned out, but I wanted to do one more project and just up the ante just a little bit. I've bought these lights in the past. We've used them on several home projects, and I just love them. I feel like no matter what space you're working on, you can make them your vibe. So here they are in our movie room. Really cool. Like, you don't have to have them blinking. I'm going to show you right here. You can just like pick a color, you can customize a color. They look super crazy in our movie room, which is perfect, but I wanted to use them here in our bedroom as well. And all you do is like plug it in, peel it off, stick it on, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like in the evening time, in the daytime, and nighttime, just to see like the different vibe.
I just know I'm here for the ride. Baby, there ain't no sense in waiting. Yeah, we don't know if we got the time. Oh, I'm just a country girl in a real big world. You can catch me on 65, driving to the mountaintop. I don't make no stops. Yeah, this town was once all that I knew. I'll never forget my roots. I'll never forget my roots.
Just another tip, if you get on YouTube and search, I've talked about this before, but if you search like free wallpaper screensavers or just anything like that, you can put up YouTube videos that just look like pieces of art. Some have frames, some don't. Every style you can think of, like every theme, and I feel like it's just really cool in the space. I love to do it in our living room when people are coming over, if we're just like hanging out in our bedroom or something, or like we are entertaining. I like to turn it on all the TVs. So definitely check that out, because I feel like it just makes the room look so much more decorated and it's not just like a black screen.
I'll never forget my roots. I'll never forget my roots. I'll never forget.
Okay, it has a remote, super cool. Here's what it looks like in the daytime. You can still see it, but it's nothing crazy, but it's still really cool. It's just something different. So I wanted to show you in the daytime. Now the next clip we're gonna go to is the evening time. So you're gonna see at my window, there's still light, but you can definitely see it a whole lot more right there. And then we're gonna phase into, I think this was still kind of the evening right here, but then the next one's nighttime, and you can just tell it's really glowing, really cool. Love it.
I'll never forget my roots.
I do want to thank the Home Depot one more time. I feel like I've thanked them a lot, but I love working with them for sponsoring today's video. I'm going to have their link down below, so don't forget to shop their home decor online. It's amazing. They're going to have a sale going on, so definitely check it out during those dates. All the information is listed down below in the description box, but I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Still uncaught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine.